Off the Rock Productions presents Soundwaves, a series of radio plays for the discerning listener. This week, Lady Catherine's Wedding Night by Simon Josiffe.
My lady!
Calm yourself, foolish girl. You'll do yourself a mischief.
Oh, my lady! The Duke of West Riding!
The Duke of West Riding? He's vile. He's an ignorant pig with all the manners of a Spanish innkeeper.
He was married to the king's cousin and owns 50 acres.
Oh, very well. He's a well-connected, wealthy, ignorant pig with the manners of a Spanish innkeeper. What of him?
He is downstairs waiting to see you, that might ask your hand in marriage.
What?
Forgive me, my lady, but where matters of the heart are concerned, I know no impediments.
My lord, this is an unwarranted intrusion. A lady's chamber should be kept private except to her most intimate companions. I might have been in a state of undress. Or sewing.
My lady, the love I have for you knows no bounds. The bond between us is deep and rich, transcends all convention. I cannot live a single minute without you.
Forgive, my lord. Have we actually met before?
Of course. We met at the French ambassador's ball, and then again at the feast of St. Ethelreda. You must remember, I offered to wrestle a live boar for you if you would dance with me.
Oh, yes.
Then we sat next to each other at the table, and I said how I would like to cover you in butterscotch, plant strawberries in your hair and serve you up as a pudding.
Oh, yes, I remember that as well. Your wife was sitting right next to you, as I recall.
Ah, my poor wife.
My condolences, my lord. I understand she was taken into the arms of heaven after a sudden and almost unheard of attack of the marsh fever. Yet you live high on a hillside. How tragic.
That was my lord's first wife, my lady. My lord's second wife, the Lady Meriden of Gwen, tragically died, falling from her castle walls and being impaled on spikes while sleepwalking.
My grief knows no bounds. I weep every night for her memory, both their memories. Yet I feel in my heart that my wife, both my wives, would no wish for the sunset of their demise to cast shadows of our coming dawn of love. Say you'll marry me, Mary. Marry me today, sweet Mary, kind Mary, Mary the bountiful, whose kind mercy I throw myself upon.
My name is Kate.
Then come, Kate, sweet Kate, kind Kate.
Will you get out?
Not until I've had a kiss to seal our union.
Unhand me, sir!
Get off her, you great baboon!
Until the end of the month, until I claim my bride.
Well, you weren't much help. Why didn't you try and defend my virtue? A fine maidservant you are.
I hit him with the bedpan. Twice. He didn't seem to notice. My lady, you're going to have to do something drastic to make that man change his mind.
A month. Millicent, I must think.
I'll go fetch the wine.
If I turn the Duke of West Riding down, it will be deemed an insult to his house and by inference to the king.
But my lady...
Quiet, girl, I'm thinking. Give me some more wine. But if I do accept his hand in marriage, I stand to claim Skipton Castle, 50 acres, and possibly patronage of the king himself.
My lady...
Will you be quiet, Millicent? I'm debating thoughts of great policy and import. I cannot be interrupted by the witterings of a mere servant.
My lady... What about the bit where you end up impaled on a spike while sleepwalking, or have your throat torn out by wolves while out looking for wild flowers, or...
Yes, all right, I'm coming to that. If I do marry the Duke, then there is a possibility that I meet the fate of his last 2 wives.
May I speak, mistress?
Yes, what is it?
If you don't marry the Duke of West Riding, then risk insulting his house and, by inference, the king himself.
I just said that.
But were you to announce that you are to wed the Duke, then other nobles, jealous of your position and knowing both of your wit and beauty, and knowing you to yet be a chaste virgin of still only 24, may think they too should lay siege to your virtue. The Duke of Brandon, dark-haired and long in leg and fortune, might believe himself a contender.
But
this, in turn, may precipitate Brandon's arch-rival, Earl Foxton of Limewold, much favoured by the Rivers family, but who has yet to openly state which side he and his 500 horsemen would declare for should the king force upon his subjects the ill-favoured barley and maize tariff, to come a-courting at these very gates.
could you just go back a second on...
The king himself, unable to ignore this jostling and hullabaloo for the heart of what has been, until now, a little-known and even less favoured provincial damson,
less favoured?
would not the king then, seeking his own benefit, offer up one of his favourites as your suitor, Lord Langley of Wrexham, perhaps?
He is a dotard of 86.
The cunning minister, Vert de Malpassant,
The hunchback? No, thank you.
or one of the young bucks of the court, the king's young cousin, perchance, the dashing Sir Richard Greenshaft.
Oh, yes, please.
Or, even if it is worthy of contemplation...
Oh, shut up and give me more wine. I agree to the Duke's hand, but before our wedding, I'll be ranged with suitors from across the whole kingdom, one of whom may well bring me close into the scope and brevity of the court.
These are just the witterings of a mere servant, my lady.
Oh, shut up. I mean, don't shut up. Tell me more about... Oh, have some wine yourself.
Oh, thank you, my lady.
Supposing I am not ranged with suitors and I am forced to marry and, bed the mountainous mass of hair and beard and day-old foon stains upon his jerkin.
I must just go and muck out the goats, my lady.
This is more like it, my beauty. Our wedding night. I thought you were never going to say yes to me.
I held out as long as I could, my lord.
Ha! You have a pretty wit, my Kate. But no lady's fortress can resist the pounding of my cannon.
You have the soul of a poet, my lord. Do we really have to dance quite so fast?
This is a voletta, my Kate. It's all the fashion among the wild youth of Venezia.
Yes, it's just that this is England, and I fear any faster and I'll be sick on your fine silk tunic. And it looks so fine on you.
Oh well, in that case, why do you not rest here a moment?
Thank God. I mean, thank you, my lord.
I'll just go and dance with the Lady Gabrielle of Lyon.
You do that, my lord.
She has a fine bosom.
Don't let me detain you. Millicent?
My lady, have some water.
Thank you.
And a fan. And some more water.
Millicent?
And perhaps an iced lemon.
Millicent!
My lady.
What am I going to do about tonight?
About my lord's claiming of his conjugal rights upon your body tonight?
No. About whether Mistress Brownstock's prize cow will calf. Of course about my body tonight. What do you think? This is all your fault in the first place. The Earl of Brandon, the Earl of Limewold. I'll be lucky if I survive the dawn.
My lady, I thought other suitors might have bolder hearts when the Duke of West Riding said he declared any rival suitor would have his heart cut out and fed to the king's pelicans.
Yes. Well, they didn't. And I'm about to be fed to a wilder animal. And if I'm not very fortunate, I'm going to be covered in butterscotch first. Any suggestions?
My lady, I have one stratagem. It seems fanciful.
Tell me.
Tonight, when the Duke comes to claim you, you must say that, still being a maid and of a tender disposition, you must commit the act of love in total darkness.
So I won't see him. That will help, but...
Further, you must be abed before he comes to you, and say that you wish him to disrobe before you.
I really, really do not wish it.
And then he, as he disrobes, eager to be with his new bride, but laden with expectation and not a little drink, he slips, falls, and, tragically, to all the world, it will be that he falls upon his own dagger.
What?
It's the best I could come up with.
He falls upon his own dagger?
No, my lady. To all the world it will be that he falls upon his dagger.
Oh. Miss.
Here is an exact copy of the blade my lord carries.
You want me to? But how will I be able to if I'm abed and he's disrobing before it? How shall I get close enough to... he will be in bed with me at that moment.
Yes, my lady.
He will have the advantage of me.
Yes, my lady.
And at that moment I should...
Yes, my lady.
You ask me to commit murder, Millicent, a crime against all the laws of God and man. It is unholy.
Remember the butterscotch?
At last, my Kate, we are alone.
Yes, my lord.
Why is it so dark in here?
There are no lights. No, my lord.
Confound it. How can I see my damn bride? How can I see anything? What was that?
I think that was you smashing the chamber pot, my lord.
Damn it. I needed that. But no matter. I have more pressing matters within my codpiece. Come on here, my little butterscotch pudding.
Ah, my lord.
Ah, there you are. Now, what is this? Ah, I see I have hit a palpable hit now. What if I put my hand here? What is this? My lady, you are made of metal.
It is a dagger, my lord. I swear by the stars above that its point shall either find your breast or my own before this night is over.
Don't be ridiculous, woman. No one murders anyone on their wedding night. We're not French. Now, put that down. Now, let me claim what is rightfully mine.
Unhand me, you brute.
Nonsense. You fillies are all the same. Once, and I do this. And then this.
Ooh.
Now, is that not pleasurable?
Well, perhaps if you slowed down a little bit and... yes, if you,
Excuse me, Kate. I must just make water.
What, now?
Too much brandy at dinner. Now, where's that chamber pot? Oh, the pox with it. I'll just have to go out at window. Ah, that is good. Nothing like the cold night air on the old faithful night. Gets it ready for the battle to come inside the heat of a lady's thighs. Why, I could bathe in the cold waters of the north wind. Come, let me embrace you. Let me hold the bright zephyr to my...
Millicent!
My lady?
Where exactly is Skipton Castle again?
You've been listening to Lady Catherine's Wedding Night by Simon Josiffe. Millicent was played by Jennie Wogan, Lady Catherine by Victoria Delaney, and the Duke of West Riding by Paul Mason. Lady Catherine's Wedding Night was produced by Alexander King and directed by Matthew Wignall for Off the Rock Productions. For more information about Off the Rock Productions, please visit our website at offtherockproductions.co.uk.